Alright guys, we're gonna go through some Asshimar gameplay, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty good map for it. This character got some pretty substantial buffs, well, a substantial buff since the network test. They increased the speed of its napalm a lot. Now, that made it so it can apply like a lot more effective damage into groups from range and just really consistently get that damage out. It may not seem like, you know, quite as big of a buff as it would seem, like, oh, they should increase the speed, man, like, well, still, you know, basically is the same thing. No, it's not. It does have a huge increase in like its effective use potential essentially. And so yeah, you're gonna want to be tossing that into people just like this. And it gets a huge just potential to just throw into groups and buff up your extra damage. And yeah, you actually get to frag out with it, right? So this character is a little bit of like a, it's not a sniper per se, but it has sniper qualities. It's like a mid-range-esque sniper. And so you're going to want to be trying to take a lot of off angles with it. As you can see, this gem sniper and I had the same idea. We're both taking the same off angle, which is not good because now we're stacking our angles. So I'll go the other side. But essentially what it lets us do is it lets us get it so the enemies can't be protected from us by like hiding behind certain cover. If we do that, we will then be like covering all the angles that they could be on. And so we're able to just deal a bunch of extra damage to them very consistently. It's how you win these sort of long-range spam-based things in like a theoretical sort of thing. You take angles on the enemy. Because for example, if I'm, you know, trying to shoot at them from here and there's a guy standing behind here, well, I can't see him, right? He can hide behind that, so he can take equal fight with me. But if my teammate's standing here, he can see him. So it's no longer equal, and you never want to take a fair fight against people, guys. Remember, this is we're looking for every advantage possible. We do not want fair fights. We want to absolutely frag out. This character is pretty cool though, especially on this map with some like areas where you can jump down. If things aren't looking too hot, you can just jump off the side of the map, hover, as long as you have your fly ability right. Don't be too silly, but oh, this is huge. Ooh, that's absolutely massive. Yeah, crazy ultimate, by the way. I don't really know if they buffed the range on it or anything, or if I hadn't really just witnessed how amazing it could possibly be, but the range in the character is absolutely insane with its ultimate. So being able to use that to absolutely just frag enemies is kind of crazy, especially against some of these like bigger people, like, you know, a Sazabi or something like that. It's just absolutely kind of nuts. This character also has a lot of benefit on this map in particular, just because this is such a hard choke to go through, but with the ability to flank behind, it kind of bypasses a lot of that. And it makes the enemy have to be on their toes, or they're going to have you sneaking behind them, doing a lot of damage like I'm doing right now. And because of that, I have forced out their Sazabi, and my team can go through if, you know, we actually do it, right? Which we don't, really. But, you know, it's a thought that counts, right? We did what we were supposed to. This game mode is really, you know, honestly, it's a bad map in a lot of ways. I mean, it has some funness to it, but this choke is miserable, and you have to do everything in your power to break it. And so one of the things that you can do is have someone go up to the side like that. As I said, the goal is to break the choke, and so once you break the choke, you don't even have to push into the point. Like, let's say we push through here, we lose 3 people. Well, that's okay, because the point wasn't exactly to push the through point and get immediate wins. The point was to secure this area of the map to the point where we can just walk through this choke for free, and, you know, be at a situation where we're not able to, like, or where they can they won't be able to like just, you know, permanently stuff us, and we can threaten them a decent enough amount that they can't, like, they have to respect us essentially. Like, basically we just earn their respect by having to push through here. They can't just stand in the choke and just laugh at us as we cry and do everything in our power to try and stop that from happening. Again, in this gameplay, you're going to see me flying around a lot on top of people to get nice little napalms like that. It's a lot of really high value for that sort of stuff. Which is why I use it very frequently like that. Just because these sort of damages in a group of people are very, like, they're very powerful, just because in this game things don't have a lot of AoE healing. Like, yeah, you have things like Unicorn and stuff like that, but it doesn't actually heal all that much. And so any healing that any sort of like mass damage you're applying is just like getting you huge value from here. Also, the right click ability is really bad. I honestly don't even know why. Oh man, I was trying so hard to get him. Res me. Res me. No. Okay. Wow, I totally lost my train of thought there, guys. Sorry. But wow. Yeah, it's kind of amazing how you could just completely lose everything you were thinking about when you said that. But again, this map is such a hard choke, and so pushing through here and getting this is really, really valuable. Like, yeah, as you can see here, we kind of been having like a hard time consistently pushing through this on the second section of it. But the point is, we got what mattered. Ooh, can I get this guy? Ooh, let's try this. There we go, boys. Oh my gosh. You know, it probably wasn't the best thing to do considering we're not all back yet, but that sure was a lot of fun and worth experimenting with. Definitely worth experimenting doing that. So now we should push because we do have an advantage now. But as you can see, all these dynamites that I'm tossing are like really consistent in damage and range. I want to be able to play on the left side of the map, but is a little bit too... It gets pressured pretty easily too. So as much as it's like a nice place to be in theory, it ends up being a little bit less beneficial in practice frequently. So you do have to be kind of aware of that, of just the fact that you will get pressured. On this character, it's also fortunate that you can fly above just because you can do things like this. Now you're getting a whole extra aggressive angle, and then I can retreat to cover. Doesn't give me the best like standard sight lines, but the fact that I can fly above and deal damage is also very, very effective. And I'm going to try and do that real quick. Ooh, what is this guy doing? That guy's being crazy. These sort of off angles are like just really, really powerful. As you can see, they have their nice little cover there, and we're having a hard time pushing through it. But when we try and do that, we absolutely just start fragging them. I'm gonna go for a play to end all plays here. Oh, I'm sad that didn't kill that guy. But I heard that guy doing that noise, and so oh, no. No, wait, where's my reload? Ah. I'm so sad I didn't get that Pale Rider with that too. It really is powerful though, because it just, like, you have constantly the ability to just be so nimble and so unpredictable. And then you also have this ability to just absolutely frag out while you're doing it. I have to be the person to touch here. I'm not really excited about that concept, to be honest. I think I might be able to get over here or there from here. And we got it. Oh, maybe I live. Nope. Nope. Alright guys, so we got held on our last little attempt there, but now we're on the side of the defense, and this is a very, very defensive favored map. You can hold on the side out here, but, you know, over there to give you nice self-knife angles, but it's kind of dangerous, and considering, you know, I just don't think it's worth it because of that. Considering there's another set of angles they have to walk into anyway, which are this one and that one. Basically, I always want to be thinking on this sort of a character about like what the angles are like, essentially, like what sight lines, what angles of sight lines that you can be seen from, and where the enemy can see you, and what you have to walk into, what they have to walk into, and all that kind of stuff. Gosh, I've almost farmed my ultimate already. That's actually kind of crazy. The amount of damage you can put on with this sort of thing is wild. Still a bit frustrated with the fact that you can't, wow, my voice just went for a second. I'm still a little bit frustrated with the fact that you can't like consistently deal damage while healing still yourself. It makes you kind of sad. I'm going to talk about that in another video. I know I keep saying that, but I really will, just because it's a very, very near and dear to my heart concept of like actual in-game issues. But yeah, because like in a situation like this, I have to choose between keeping my uptime up and attacking somebody, or not shooting anymore and being able to start healing. It's just not really a decision that you should be having to make in this sort of a game, considering the goal is all about like not having to do that essentially. It's super fun that you can fly and shoot at the same time too. There's a little bit of wonkiness with like if you turn your character really fast, it won't shoot where you want it to shoot. But it's still very fun nonetheless. Should have gone a little bit closer to use that ult first.
3 minutes remaining.
So, back to Asshimar though. Ashimar's right-click ability is something that seems like it should be good, but it's honestly really, really bad. It does like less damage than primary fires do. Wow, fall off is actually pretty wild. The guns do fall off at a pretty close range, like Asshimar does and Pale Rider does, and some of the other characters that are considered close range characters, or you know, medium range or whatever. But the right click ability is honestly not even really worth using. I don't use it very often. Kind of use it because it feels like it should do something, but it doesn't. Like you can see, didn't hit anyone with it, but I've like touched the damage in the range and it just doesn't. It doesn't really do like anywhere near what it's supposed to do. Again, always be trying to secure kills too. After you do like, you know, actually do all the work to get a kill, you really should be thinking like how you're gonna ensure it stays dead. There's times where that's not really viable and that's not, oh shoot, no way. No way I can't get over that. Well, I guess we see what's underneath the water, that's kind of interesting. But it's about like, you know, basically making this sort of decision in your mind, like, is it time to try and secure another kill, like kill somebody else? Because obviously, you know, if it's like 2 people and you kill one and then the other one starts shooting at you, if you're trying to live and you have a good chance of killing that guy, then it's probably best to attack them, right, and not try and secure the kill. But if you know you're gonna die, then you should secure the kill so they can't res the other person. There's like a whole flow chart you should kind of start developing in your brain about like what the best way to do it is. You get that kind of thing sorted and you'll do you get a lot of value to that. I think they need to open up this choke point somehow. Even if it's like not a very ideal way to path through, but this one is just silly. Oh, I decided to use my ult here though. Like in that situation right there, since I punched in and I killed that guy, but I knew that I was not going to be able to fight those people, it's not worth me trying to kill them anymore. I should only try and get that kill on the person who was downed. Because now they're pushing in 5v5. Otherwise, the kills don't matter, and I will have to try and kill them again later on when they get rezzed. Let me touch. I don't know, we just got walked over though. There's a point. Nope, unlucky. Well, that's how the round goes. We didn't really use the choke point strong enough there somehow, even though it's like the most intense one and crazy one in the whole game. But oh well. If you're looking for some more Gundam Evolution videos, then make sure to check out my mobile suit guides. I made one for all original to 14 mobile suits, and I did a Should You Main Guide series also, covering the same mobile suits and talking about whether you should actually main them in Gundam Evolution or not.